So 2023 was a really great year for Exodus. We made some really huge strides towards ending the perpetual punishment that people with criminal convictions face. At the state level, we were worked alongside our partner organizations to get Clean Slate New York passed. And Clean Slate really is an automatic sealing bill. So after a specific look back period, your charges will be automatically sealed. There are a few exceptions, of course. But for the most part, it will really allow folks to move forward when it comes to employment, housing, education, really getting that second chance back to really revamp their lives. So yeah, and on the city level, we got a legislation similar passed, the Fair Chance for Housing. And again, it was really focusing on ending the perpetual punishment that people with conviction histories experience specifically as it relates to housing. 1 in 10 New York City residents has a conviction history. So when we think about Fair Chance for Housing, it's really putting families back together because we know that incarceration affects 10% of New Yorkers. And that's directly. So then they also have family members. So that number is, significantly increased. And well, we are also coordinating committee members of the Close Rikers campaign. And we are at rallies and hearings and just testifying publicly all the time about all of the benefits that are going to come into play when Rikers Island is closed. Right now, we have a bill on the books that requires that Rikers be closed by 2027. We still have a lot of work to do to get that implemented just because the bill has been passed. We're working at every corner of the justice system to really decarcerate people from the island, get as much investments in communities and alternative programming as we can, so we can really divert folks that would previously be incarcerated into reentry programs. And that's where places like Exodus, we can really address the root causes of incarceration. And we're also really working on transferring the land from the Department of Corrections that Rikers is currently on to the Department of Citywide Administrative Services. And this is really under the Renewable Rikers Act, which Exodus was also very instrumental in getting passed, and we're still coalition members on. Again, with the Renewable Rikers Act, we will be having renewable energy sources on the island, diverting wastewater treatment plants from other parts of the city. The Renewable Rikers Act will really allow all of our community members, all of our children across the entire New York City to breathe cleaner air. And it will also just help us reach our climate goals, right? So there's so many facets of the Close Rikers campaign that people don't often understand. It's also around environmental justice. This is about racial justice, criminal justice, environmental justice. All of these systems play a role in what we're trying to do to really close Rikers Island. So